It is another Sunday and I'm super delighted to have you back. Do not forget, even though work starts on Monday, the week actually begins on Sunday. So take a bit of time to lay out your week. It's been quite a tough couple of weeks, but we're surviving and I hope that you're recovering just like I am. Just before the End SARS movement and the attendant issues that followed, we were talking about emotions. We had started a topic on the 4 categories of information that the emotional brain stores. We have talked about pleasure, pain, and we have started to talk about our mental construct. And we said that these form our unconscious biases, the default patterns that drive our behaviors and our decisions. And the danger with our default patterns is that a lot of times they are biased, and a lot of times the biases are unconscious. And so we do things that are not in agreement with what we are seeking and then sabotage our success. For instance, a lot of times people say, oh, they want to be rich. But then you have this them against us belief about rich people. You believe that they are thieves, they are corrupt people, or maybe they had wealth handed down to them. And so all that you believe about wealthy people and wealth is in the negative of what you're seeking. And so your ideologies about wealth are not in agreement with your value of seeking wealth. This sabotages the results you get in making wealth. The same thing happens in every aspect of life. You're seeking a job in a certain kind of place, but you believe that all the people there got in because they know someone because of one corrupt practice or the other. And so you keep sabotaging what you're seeking. Now, how do we form these belief systems that affect or drive or sabotage our success? Like we said earlier, belief systems, traditions practiced around us, knowledges that we have internalized. So today I am more interested in the things that we hear. Maybe what we watch and we listen to over and over again, the conversations that we listen to, the kind of companies that we keep, and so the kind of conversations that those people make. And so you sit with people who believe in a certain kind of thing and you listen to certain kinds of gospel or messages or conversations. And you keep internalizing them without challenging them. Now, you do know that sometimes we find ourselves in environments where things that we do not believe or things that are not in agreement with our value system or the things that we seek are discussed. You could actually be born into a poor home where your parents basically fundamentally believe that wealthy people are wicked, corrupt, thieves. And so you hear this conversation every day, but on the inside of you, you seek wealth. You are not in agreement with the environment or the family background that you're in. And so your core seeks something better. But every day you're in on the conversations about how those things you seek are on the negative side of life. If you do not confront and question those patterns, they will become your own pattern. And so it's important that when we hear things, we are critical and we are objective. In the heat of the COVID, just after the lockdown was lifted, I went out for my first outdoor run. And I remember that every time I saw someone coming, there was an alarm off in my brain, ticking, run to the other side, run to the other side. And of course, the idea was always the person was going to talk, spit, or sneeze, and then I'd catch the virus. And so I kept running zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. And so I met another man, but it was too late to run to the other side of the brain. And I was almost running mad with the information going around in my brain. So I ran past this man. He neither sneezed, coughed, nor spoke. And I started to think that a lot of times the things we worry about never ever happen. And so it's important and our responsibility to be intentional and proactive about the things that we hear. It is your duty to be a critical listener. We talk about critical analysis and we talk about being objective. When you hear things, question them, confront them, and always make sure that what you believe and what you're seeking align. Because if you don't have that congruence, you will most likely sabotage what you're seeking. So until I come your way again next week, be well and live your best life.